Options which give you the right but not the obligation to buy or sell something come in different forms. All this means is that some are more flexible than others, but this extra flexibility may come at an extra cost. Now today we're going to look at 4 types of options: European, American, Bermudan and Asian. Now we know a call is the right to buy and a put option is the right to sell, but what is a European option exactly? Being European style simply means you can exercise the option on one date only. So when an option's bought or sold, you agree the strike price at which you can buy or sell a particular asset and the maturity date, which is also known as the exercise date. So let's say we're in March today and we agree that on the 15th of September, for example, you have the right to call me up and exercise your option to buy oil at $50 a barrel, but only on that date. Now, an American option is much more flexible and can be exercised at any point between trade date and maturity. Now, this extra flexibility of being able to exercise it at any time will cost you much more than a European style option. Okay, let's take a look at Bermudan options. A Bermudan option is named after the island of Bermuda, which lies in the North Atlantic physically between America and Europe. So it's not as flexible as an American, but it's more flexible than a European. In other words, there's more than one occasion on which you can exercise it, but you can't exercise it all the time. So you might have, for example, a 10-year bond which can't be called or repaid early by the issuer for the first 5 years. So as an investor, you're guaranteed you've got a 5-year asset, obviously unless the issuer defaults. But then on each coupon date, but only on the coupon dates, the issuer has the right to repay the investor the money back, but it's only on those coupon dates. Now, the investor will usually get a high coupon in return for giving the issuer this flexibility to repay the bond early. Okay, finally, we have Asian options. Now, when you hear the word Asian with an option, it usually means there's an element of averaging. So your payoff on the option might be the difference between the exercise price, in other words, where you have the right to buy or sell, and the average price of the underlying commodity, for example, or foreign exchange rate or whatever it is over the life of the option. You see this a lot with commodity derivatives. Now, this cost is usually fairly reasonable because there's going to be no huge payoff since you're not comparing the exercise price to an underlying commodity price on one specific day. You're looking at the average. So any spikes up or spikes down in the price will just get averaged away, which keeps the volatility down and the average payoff down. So these are some of the words that you might find in the option pick and mix. Just remember, when you're speaking to a client, the sort of flexibility they want will be one of the key factors in determining what we're going to charge them for that option.